I don't
on the
clap.
other hand.
All right, it's the rundown. Monday, March 29th, brought to you by Blockfolio. Blockfolio is the world's most popular mobile app for cryptocurrency tracking and trading. You can build your portfolio and follow the prices of more than 10,000 coins. I didn't know there were that many coins. Get phone notification updates directly from the projects you care about. You can buy and sell Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, and other top tokens with absolutely zero fees. And you get a free coin with every trade over $10. You can visit the App Store and download Blockfolio for free today. Blockfolio, investing for the crypto generation. Balls, me and you. A couple Blockfolio guys with now some Bitcoin.
We all share Bitcoin. I mean, you share Bitcoin. Who do we got with us? Me, you.
It's
Hugs, Maria, Fran.
Yeah, there's 4
Caleb.
teams.
Spittin' Chicklets, Caleb.
Hubs.
That's it.
is
That's
on-
the 8.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're all
yeah, there
sharing
are
a
8.
coin.
But yeah, I don't know if we're splitting it with Spittin' Chicklets as like their whole foursome.
I assumed it's split through 4, and
They get a
have
share,
to
they
get
get a
piece.
fourth.
They get a piece
Okay,
of their
so
piece.
we then each have an eighth of a Bitcoin. This is
Yes.
we'll get in. We'll just get into this now actually, because this was a topic last week when you weren't here. Talked about on Friday Night Pints. Talked about on the rundown. I am on the record saying that you will be a millionaire one day, and I'm not
I'm gonna
saying
be a
that
millionaire,
as a
Tony?
joke at all. Like I genuinely think that with
I think
the
that's
money,
kind of obvious.
I think with the money Glenny saved up living at home the past few years, he's had a full-time job since what, you were junior in
Since
college?
I was, when
Senior
did I
in
go
college,
full-time? I
maybe?
was full-time June 2017.
Yeah, so
That's
you
when I went
full-time
full-time.
job for 4 years basically. You got Bitcoin, you get bets from Dave, you have money from, like I said, saving up money and rent. Like I think I think
appreciate
you
that.
will be a millionaire one day.
I don't think you're going to be a
appreciate that.
liquid millionaire, but with all your assets, I think that
Yes,
you own
yes.
properties,
His net
homes,
worth will
you're-
be
you're
over
I
$1
will
million.
say I watched the Friday Night Pints clip. You said I'm frugal. What did you mean by that, frugal?
I actually, I didn't even know that was a clip that was out there, but I heard, somebody told me that you're frugal. I
What
don't
does
remember
frugal
who.
mean?
Cheap.
I'm not cheap at all.
Just careful with your money.
Who said that?
I
Well, you're
don't
frugal by
remember.
not paying rent.
It might have been,
That's a frugal
might
move.
have been Jeff Lowe.
You know how much random shit I buy?
Jeff Lowe, did you say Glenny's frugal?
You are. You're frugal.
Jeff says he is.
How the fuck am I frugal?
You're frugal.
You call me cheap?
No, he's saying frugal.
Frugal basically means, it's a nicer way of saying cheap. You're careful with your money.
You're very careful with your money.
I mean, I don't buy dumb shit, but
Frugal.
You're frugal.
And you don't pay for rent.
I don't buy dumb shit, but I'll spend money on things I want, like
What's
a
a-
customized hot tub.
What's your average week of expenses look like?
It's actually quite sad. Like you can go on my Chase app on my phone, and it's literally all just food and drink. It's like 87%.
Frugal.
Because
got-
it breaks
mine's
it, because
kinda
it
the
breaks it
same.
down.
Yeah.
It's literally all just
Sparing or
bars.
economical with regard to money or
I
food.
spend
You're-
$100 a week at the liquor store, and
So you don't think you're frugal?
I just don't buy things that I don't find necessary. I buy food and I buy alcohol. That's
Yes,
pretty
simple
much
and plain and costing little. You
Hey, you
like,
might be
Okay,
frugal.
then by that
yeah.
definition, I would
No,
say
you're
I'm
not
frugal,
cheap.
yes.
No, cheap. If you were cheap, I would have said cheap.
I would say that definition, yeah. I'm
You're
frugal.
actually. I should have called you a saver. You're a great
I am
saver.
a saver.
Great
I
saver.
I like to save.
And I do
yes.
think he'll be a millionaire.
I appreciate that, Tommy. That's a big compliment.
He already is. He's already a millionaire.
I'm not a millionaire.
How
Liquid? You think
close
you would
are
liquid?
I feel like you're aren't you? Are you buying a house or renting a house?
So I can't buy a house yet. I can't afford to buy a house fully. I would need a man or two with me, and my friends no longer want to buy a house, or we're trying to rent a house. And there's quite simply just nothing on the market.
Okay.
So we almost had one a few weeks ago. We almost had one last week. We were told that the person who had the house, their grandson, choked on a penny when we were going to go meet them.
That's not funny, but it kind of is.
Well, I will say it's. I don't. I
Did he
don't-
die?
No, I don't think it matters because the next day they gave the house away. So I think it was just a lie.
Wait. In the story though, did the kid die?
No, I don't believe
Oh,
so.
so then who
I
cares?
don't
So
even know.
just at one point in that house, the kid
we
choked
never
on
even
a
found
penny?
out. We never even found out. We were told that. So last Saturday I was in Chicago. My one buddy who was also going to live in the house was going to meet the landlord at 11 a.m. At 10:15 we get a text that the landlord had to back out. Her grandson choked on a penny.
Oh, okay.
And then on Sunday, we're just told that they gave the house away.
Got it.
So I don't even know if the penny choking happened.
Yeah, I
and it was
thought
just
it was
a
more
delay.
of like a spirit is in the house and it's this dead kid that choked on a penny type situation.
But
It is a
either way,
weird excuse.
that's where I am at the
Okay, yeah, no,
house
I
search.
misunderstood.
And there's nothing coming up right now,
Okay.
so I'm still trying to get it. But I will say, I also said, since Dave was nice enough to give us those bets in Chicago, I think I'm going to take like $3,000 off of that and just overflow a landlord with money and just be like, please give me your house.
Nice.
I think I'm just going to do that.
So $3,000.
I think I'm going to
overflow.
grease. Yeah, I think I'm going to go $3,000 overflow.
That's your bribe. So if you're a landlord who wants a
You're a
$3,000
landlord in Long Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're a landlord who wants a $3,000 bribe above regular rent, I'm your guy.
I don't even think that's a bribe. I think that's just
No,
just paying for.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Paying more for
I was
a
gonna
house.
say, I'll take $3,000 down, and then
Yeah.
I think divided by 12, that's extra $250 a month on the
Okay.
rent. So you want an extra $250 a month? This guy,
He's your guy.
light,
go.
respectful partying.
go.
Sweet 16 was this weekend. Not really anything great. I mean, Arkansas, Oral Roberts was a good game.
There was a
UCLA,
buzzer, or kind
Alabama.
of a buzzer beater in the one game.
UCLA, Alabama, buzzer beater to send it to overtime. We got the Elite Eight tonight. What were your main take? 3 Pac-12 teams in the Elite Eight. Your guys' main takeaways from this weekend of games?
It's Bill Walton's fucking Wonderland. It's got 3 Pac-12 teams in the Elite Eight. But yeah, no. I mean, like you said, it wasn't anything absurdly crazy. I would say the biggest moment was last night with that buzzer beater. That was
Yeah.
pretty sweet. I had the
Alabama,
over. It
you
was
gotta
fucking.
practice free throws.
There were 8 games. Yeah, there were 8 games the last 2 days, and that was the 7th game. Over was 0 for 6. So I had the over in all of them. I was dying for the 7th one, and that was nice to go to OT, 65-65. So that was great. But yeah, nothing like overly exciting. Like we just said, all under games, and frankly, under games usually boring.
That Loyola Oregon State game was not great. For
I did live second half that over.
It did
though.
end up
pretty
there. Was
sweet.
yeah, it did. Pick
It
up
actually
the pace
came
in
like
the
kind of
second
close to it.
What's the rule for live second half overs?
Anything under 60, baby.
Anything under 60 in the first half, you
Any-
hammer that
anything-
live second half over.
Anything under 60, you hammer the second half over. And honestly, it hits more than it doesn't. I'll
No.
tell you that much. It's a
We
good.
were out in
yeah,
Chicago
what did we
making, we were
do?
making money on
Which
it.
one did we get? What was the big one we did at the end? It was 117.5. It was Colorado.
LSU or something?
It was
like that?
Colorado.
Georgetown?
It was the Colorado,
Colorado
game.
FSU.
Florida State? Florida
They
State.
played
Florida
Georgetown
State.
and
Yeah,
Florida
yeah.
It was
State.
Colorado,
Yeah.
Florida State. Me and Rone just fucking nailed it.
Oh yeah, that was a
Yeah, we
super low scoring first half.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 22 to 20 or
yeah,
something.
and then
Yeah,
we
yeah.
fucking hit it 117.5. Bing, bang, boom.
If people don't realize Balls is going to be a millionaire, they should start taking his fucking advice. People should start to live like
Yeah,
you.
that's going to count towards your millions. These live second half overs are going to get you closer to
They're
that
fun.
million.
I mean, a million's so much money. I think I'm gonna need a big break if I can get to $1 million.
No.
I don't know. I
Maybe like
think
getting into
steady
maybe like
saving-
getting into acting, or need Balls Beachwear to like top Time Bahama.
What about that idea that someone just brought to our desk and said, if this got sold, would you be interested in it?
Yeah, I would. I
Say,
would.
say what it is. Just say what it is.
So one of our branded content guys, Rob, just came over and suggested a sold show of me called Detective Balls, where I go around and detect Barstool things. So theoretically, I could go
Investigate.
the thing-
Investigate, not
yeah,
detect.
yeah.
That,
Investigate.
You think a detective detects.
The
And
example
engage.
the example he gave me was like go down to Florida and watch Caleb from afar and see if he's actually getting
Right.
better at golf. Because
Right.
actually Caleb, you know I love you Caleb, but I think he got 4 strokes worse. He's now
I think
55
he got
strokes.
eight. I thought it was like he got 8 strokes worse.
Really? He told me 55 this past
Oh
week.
yeah. Okay, I could be wrong then. But still,
Yeah,
you're gonna go
I
investigate.
mean, it does seem like a good idea, but it might be better in theory. Like, how would you actually go about
Why are you trying to
watching
shit on
kids?
his idea
Yeah,
right
I'm-
away?
it's
What
not
the
even
fuck?
my
It's better
idea. I
in
didn't even
theory.
come up
I'm
with
trying to
idea.
flesh
You
it
didn't come
out.
up with it.
I said I like the
You
idea.
just said it'd be better in theory than it would
I'm
in
just
real
trying
life.
to flesh out how would Glenny actually watch Caleb from afar.
What do you
Easily.
mean? Binoculars?
Yeah. Are you serious?
Does Caleb know about it?
No.
Now he does. Now you're running your
Oh,
mouth, Tom.
Like I want.
He brought it up.
I wanted like DM Caleb's like golf instructors and shit. This is also
No
literally
one
just
say
brought
this.
up
No
to
one
me.
send this to
Yeah,
Caleb.
No one
Yeah.
sent this to Caleb.
No
But
one
Caleb
send
does
this to
Caleb
watch
was-
the rundown, I think, every day.
Caleb was simply
He loves
just the
the rundown.
example.
Yeah.
He was just the example.
What are some other things?
I don't know. You. It was literally pitched to me 5 minutes ago. You were there.
But I'm trying to think what else you would detect.
I don't know. It was just. I'm sorry.
All right, quick March Madness tonight. Oregon State, Houston, and Arkansas, Baylor. Picks.
Houston's been smoking teams, and Baylor is
Houston
incredible.
also has played only double-digit seeds. Well, I guess Oregon State is also a double-digit seed,
But they were smoking people back to their tournament. They've been beating everybody by like fucking 20. Houston's kind of a juggernaut right now.
I'm riding Oregon State still. They helped me get a Bitcoin. They're just playing well right
Bet your
now.
Oh, they're
Bitcoin.
your
Bet me your
team?
Bitcoin on it.
Well,
Bet me your
Oral
share.
Roberts was originally our team.
Oh,
and
I
the
know.
whole
We
switch.
were there, but we were
Oregon
with-
State basically got the Bitcoin.
Bet me your share.
No,
Why?
I'm not that confident.
That'd be nice.
I'll give you. You have Houston minus 24.5. I'll
Okay.
take Oregon plus 24.5.
Okay.
Deal.
Deal.
10,000.
Okay.
Okay.
I do dig that Arkansas Baylor over though. That sounds like a
Yeah.
hot one.
Well, what is that around? Probably
I
like
honestly haven't
160.
even
It's
looked.
probably pretty
I
high.
honestly haven't even looked.
Yeah.
I just figured I'm going to take it. You know.
I'm gonna say Arkansas was my original Final Four pick. I'll stick with them, and I'll ride Oregon State.
Ride the must
Love the
bus.
must bus.
Second half rundown brought to you by Simply Safe. If you have 30 free minutes, you'll never have to worry about a break-in at home ever again. That's how quick and easy it is to set up a security system from Simply Safe. It's the kind of thing that's so easy to do, you can do it during a Netflix binge, watching a game, or listening to a podcast. Simply Safe is incredibly easy to customize for your home. I was able to go online and choose the exact sensors I needed in my apartment. Go to simplysafe.com/rundown today to customize your system and get a free security camera. You also get a 60-day risk-free trial, so there's nothing to lose. That's Simply Safe, SIMPLI safe.com/rundown. You're gonna need this for the Balls Beach House in Long Beach.
Absolutely.
That's not going to happen.
Stop. In
It's
my
gonna happen. Manifest it.
Exactly.
I've been trying to tell him to
manifest.
manifest.
What's today also? March 29th?
Yep.
I think maybe some houses will open up on April 1st.
Yeah.
And then that's when we pounce. So we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. They might have been selling them before though. Like people will move out April 1st, but
Yeah, we'll see.
yeah. Lil Nas X released a new song Friday, music video in which he grinds on and has sex with the devil. A lot of people not happy about it. South Dakota governor, Gun Girl said, "Do you still talk to your father?" Lil Nas X said, "Yes, but I might fuck yours" or something. Trevor Lawrence wasn't happy. Nick Young, that one kind of surprised me.
Why?
He was not happy with
Why
it.
does that
Nick Young,
surprise
he's
you?
swaggy P. I don't know. I feel like he's just
So that
goes
means
with
he's a
the
devil
flow.
worshiper?
I don't know. That
Just
means
'cause
he's a
swaggy?
devil worshiper. I just didn't expect him to be someone that would get offended.
Why?
I guess. Just not the vibe I got from Nick Young.
Huh. Interesting.
And he also now is releasing shoes, Satan shoes. There's 666 pairs. They each have like a drop of human blood in them. People are just really up in arms. But Lil Nas X, I mean, he just knows how to stay on top of the viral meme game.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I guess it's just an interesting thing. I'm not a Satan guy by any means. I
Why?
don't like
Me neither.
Satan.
No?
No.
No, I mean, I'm not a
Are you
Satan guy.
anti-Satan?
I mean, I'm a Jesus guy, so I guess in turn I'm
So
anti-Satan, right? Like,
here's my thinking: is it's a lot of
I'm not gonna get mad and tweet about it. I don't care that much,
a
but I'm
lot of
definitely not a
Christian
Satan
people
guy.
are up in arms about it. But I watched it. I don't think I'll be watching it again. You know, not really my cup of tea. But as like a Catholic, I wasn't like offended. Like if anything, so like all these Christian people that are not happy about it, it's like they should be more mad if he was fucking Jesus. Like he's fucking the devil.
Yeah.
Like that's like if you don't like the devil and maybe some of you don't like, you know, homosexual stuff, then you should be happy that the devil is getting fucked by a guy, right?
So the devil's gay is what he's saying, basically.
Right.
Which would probably should make a Christian happy.
Exactly.
That the devil's
So,
gay.
like that does freak me out though. The pentagram,
that's
the
not-
pentagram
Why?
scares me. No, not
Saying
that
the devil
freaks
is
me
gay.
out. The pentagram. I'm not a Satan
it's a
guy.
slippery slope, but
Why?
no, I'm just saying that if I'm just saying that if you're like a hardcore Christian, you'd be like good he's fucking the devil. Like if he was fucking Jesus, maybe that's where you draw a line. But
I mean, he's doing it
what in my head it makes sense what I'm trying to say.
he's doing it to manipulate people's emotions, and people are getting very manipulated.
Well, I mean he's doing it. He does it better than anyone.
Yeah, he's very good at it. But I also don't think like people are like, I'm never gonna let my kid listen to Old Town Road again.
That's
like,
what Nick Young said.
But it's like if your kid has the chance to like put on Old Town Road, then they can also find his music video, and they can also find any matter of porn that they want on the internet. Like
Yeah.
you're not gonna stop your kid from seeing like shit that exactly what you want and exactly what you don't want. It's the internet.
It's not possible to stop kids, I think, from listening to songs anymore. Like as long as they have a phone, like unless
Or
you
friends,
take or friends
or go to school.
or like a TV or a laptop at all, like it's impossible to stop. Like they'll listen to this song all damn long if they
Yeah,
want.
no, just on record, not a Satan guy.
Me neither.
So you're calling him gay?
I'm not calling Satan gay. I'm just saying I'm not a Satan guy. Like we're looking at the picture right now. The pentagram. I see a pentagram. I get freaked out.
Why? It's a star.
It's also a little like
It's a star. What do you
I think
mean?
about like witches and shit.
You see the American flag and they're like, fuck, 50 pentagrams.
Now, you know what I'm saying. I think about like the coven, like the word coven.
Coven?
What? What is the word cover?
It's a group of witches, and they all use the pentagram.
Okay.
You're scared of witches?
You're not scared of witches?
I don't know. I don't think they're real.
Okay. I mean, like I've been to Salem, Massachusetts. I've met Wiccans before.
And they were
What's
scary.
that?
They were actually nice people.
Yeah, see? That's what I
It's
mean.
the-
It's
Yeah,
like
so
a
are we
witch isn't
afraid?
like...
They're real witches?
It's still.
Were
Have
they
you
wearing
ever
air
been to Salem?
matches?
No.
You travel all over. You never been to Salem?
Travel to
It's
other
a creepy
places.
town.
not
It's
Salem.
very. It's an interesting place.
I hear Ben Mintz cutting up an electric promo over there in the kitchen.
Give us
You can hear
yo.
that.
Do your Ben Mintz impression. Give us a afternoon mints.
What are we talking about tonight?
Give us the lines.
Arkansas's
yeah.
playing tonight?
Yeah.
What's up, fellas? It's time for this edition of After Dinner Mints. Tonight, we got a big battle in the Elite Eight with Baylor going against the Arkansas Razorbacks. Now, I love Arkansas as their SEC team. So, we got to go first half under and Arkansas game.
What's up, fellas? It's time for the Wednesday edition. After dinner minutes.
Wow.
I do great Ben Mintz.
That was incredible.
Once again, I want everybody to know watching this. It's out of love. I love Ben Mintz. It's just one of my best impressions.
It's your second best impression behind?
Behind Bradley Cooper. One quick line
Let's hear it.
of, what's the movie? Blanking out right now.
It's the
So
one where they're
Star is
singing
Born.
Star is Born.
I can just really ruffle my voice up, Just be like, I just want to get a look at you. That was a bad one. I used to do it so much better.
Better than Ben Mintz.
I did it so much better
than
last
Ben
year.
Mintz. I was transported
peaked.
to Bradley Cooper's front
It's
yard.
peaked.
The
All
best.
right, Chet Hanks is laying out some rules for White Boy Summer.
Hey guys, look, I just wanted to tap in really quick. I just got this feeling, man, that this summer is, it's about to be a white boy summer.
No plaid, no salmon color, no boat shoes, and no calling girls smoke shows.
I'm fine with all 3 or 4 of those.
You like boat shoes?
I don't give a fuck about boat shoes. I'm not a boat shoe
That
guy.
surprised me. You strike me as a boat
Well,
shoe guy.
Listen, my friends are boat shoe guys. I'm
But-
not. I wear the same shoes. I wore a new pair of shoes for the first time 2 weeks ago. I wear these all the time. I'm not a boat shoe guy. Plaid shirts could care less about. Salmon, take it or leave it. But I do happen to use the word smoke shoe.
I mean,
that's a
that
problem.
felt like a direct attack at Barstool, and really me
Well,
specifically.
That's a problem.
Glenny met with Chet Hayes the day before that he came out. 10 hours
said Chet-
before he came out.
Chet Hanks,
Chet
right?
Hayes, or Chet Hayes was his rap name.
I did not meet him. I did not
Listen.
meet up with him like it was a business thing. We were in
Wait,
the
you
same.
met Chet?
Yeah.
What?
On Thursday night, we were at the same place in LA.
Same party.
All right.
I wasn't going to a
LA
party.
Balls is. Let's just get right into LA Balls. Then I wanted to hear more about Glenny.
We can weave in.
Yeah, we
Chet
can
Hanks.
weave in Chet
Hayes.
Hanks.
Hanks. So yeah, talk us through that.
That going to that same
Yeah.
occurrence he was at. So, me and Caleb had a Sunday conversation on Thursday, and we finished. We were flying out in the morning, and you know Huey Mack, West Virginia rapper.
Huey Mack.
Sounds familiar,
So
vaguely.
he lives in LA now. So we and Caleb grabbed dinner with him and his friend, and a few of us. I think Spider, Michelangelo. We all came because Spider and they were out there for the TikTok stuff. So we were all just hanging out, and then one of his friends was having people over, a nice socially distanced event, and we decided to go and walked in. Chet Hanks was there.
Nice. Did you introduce yourself?
Yeah, we talked. He
And he knew who Glenny was.
He knew who Caleb.
Really?
He said he's watched a Sunday Conversations.
He said,
Like
"Big up Glenny Balls."
he actually said he has watched Sunday Conversations. Like he knew the Michael Irvin one, the Waka Flocka one, and shit.
Nice.
But we met him that night. He was actually a nice guy. I mean,
Did he talk
Yeah,
Jamaican to you?
was there any signs of him?
it was literally
laying
like
out-
12 hours before he created White Boy Summer.
Right.
Like,
Do you think you inspired? Were you wearing plaid?
Yeah, he was
or
like,
satin
look at all
or
the-
calling
I was
girls
wearing a
smoke
Hawaiian
shows?
shirt. I was wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
Imagine he just laid out rules just exactly what Glenny was wearing. the
I
night
was wearing a
before.
Hawaiian shirt.
No Hawaiian shirts.
That would that would have sucked. No Hawaiian shirts, no drinking,
That
blah blah
would've
blah.
fucked you if they said no
But yeah,
Hawaiians.
no, it was weird because the next day I got on the plane, I got home, landed, I looked on Twitter, and everyone's freaking out about White Boy Summer, going crazy over it. But he was at the same place. Summer Rae was also there.
Yeah. She said MGK cheated on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Big
like
time.
a Snapchat story.
Sad. I can't believe it.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's for well, Megan Fox, whatever. So I want to hear more about just LA travels. Buddha Ben.
Oh yeah, it was. I mean, I got to go on a private plane for the first time because they were
Nice.
going to do TikTok stuff, and Dave obviously had the plane.
Were you scared it was going to go down?
It was a little scary. I was shocked at how
Shaky it was.
small. Not even shaky, just small in general. Like I would say, probably it's the length of the way we're sitting
Yeah.
right now. It's super tiny.
The length or the width?
The width of how us
They're,
three. It honestly probably is smaller. The seating area than us three sitting right now.
There
Super
was
tiny.
one, I believe you were there, Rone. We were coming back from Jacksonville like a couple years ago, and it was a bad storm, and I really thought we were going down. And private planes, they go down more often than you'd think. They don't even really make the news. Like, I was like, oh, there's no way planes go down. You'd hear about that more. Like, I think there's like hundreds of maybe we could look that up. I think hundreds of private planes go down.
I can agree
like,
with what
per
you're
year.
saying by this because I know like commercially, I get scared flying commercially occasionally, but you never really hear about that.
It's rare for a plane to fall out of the sky.
Yes,
a
absolutely.
JetBlue flight. Or
But
whatever.
you hear private planes, helicopters, that stuff happens. So it's a little,
Yeah.
it is a little uneasy. And I mean, it's just creepy it's so small. I can't even describe
Don't
to you how small it
take
is.
this the wrong way, Because I did.
Are you
also,
going to ask if like everybody sat on one side of the plane?
No,
and I
no,
sat on the
no,
other
no,
side
no.
of the
This was
plane?
not. This
I
had
thought
nothing
about
to do with your weight. I was going to say that a prediction I made earlier was that you might be a millionaire one day. I also think you might meet your demise in a private plane crash of some sort.
That's fucked up.
I'm
That's
just
fucked
saying
up.
that.
So if you
give
become a
off that
millionaire,
vibe to me.
you gotta. If he's right about the
Patsy
millionaire,
Cline, Leonard Skinner, Richie Valens.
Yeah, it's high praise.
no, you just gotta become an RV guy. If you become a millionaire,
become a
he's right
millionaire,
about
like,
that, then the other one's definitely gonna be
yeah,
right.
you know, yeah.
So you gotta start riding
Speaking of
around in a
that,
Winnebago.
speaking of that, you guys could have my fucking word. If I become a millionaire, I will have a pimped out RV to ride around in.
An RV,
Okay.
like a tailgate
Might not
spot.
be the best use of money, but
Why?
I'm a millionaire. Who cares?
I mean, how much of a I'm not saying you're gonna have like $100 million.
If I can afford it, I will have a pimped out RV.
Okay.
I'll
But
leave
yeah,
it
no,
at
I just could
Pretty
see
much, I would love to do my own Barstool Dixie tour.
Glenn
If I could buy
Medoro.
the RV.
Glenn Medoro, better known as Millionaire Glenny Balls, went down in a private plane. I could just see that. I don't know.
I mean, you do know that.
Stop trying to
Let's say this
manifest that
happens
for him.
in like 15, 20 years. This clip is going to be super duper.
Yeah,
viral.
you're gonna be a schmuck
oh
then.
no, I'll look.
And if it happens,
Go viral.
if
how
it, if
good
it
I
happens,
predict.
if I became a millionaire and it goes down, you watch this clip in like 2035. I had a good run, so don't feel sad.
So
Whatever.
figures for
What are you gonna
a
do?
staggering 90% of aviation fatalities occur in general aviation, not commercial flights, resulting in
500
approximately
people die a
500
year?
deaths annually. Yeah, how crazy is that?
That's all. That's worldwide.
There's an
though.
average of there's an average of 5 small plane crashes every day. That's insane.
But
we
there's
just
like
don't hear about
prop
that.
planes and like people survive
Yeah,
some of
but
them
still.
sometimes.
That is true. I have heard a few where they do survive the plane
Yeah,
crashes.
yeah.
There's
But
like the kid
it's
on
more
Michigan
than you would
who
like.
survived 2 plane crashes. There was like the Michigan basketball recruit.
Oh yeah, when they went off the.
I'm not even sure, but I know the guy that survived multiple
Didn't
plane
Michigan's
crashes.
plane like go off the runway or something with ice or something a couple years ago before the tournament? Everybody was like, "This is going to be a team of destiny." I'm pretty sure that happened.
That also probably happened.
It was it was scary, but you guys have both done it too. I mean, once you're in the sky, it's fine. But going up,
Yeah.
I get freaked out during takeoff. Landing is fine for me, but during takeoff, I get a little.
You brought
freaked
some
out.
high noons on the
Oh,
plane.
and I also will
No,
say,
my always scariest part of flying, no matter what type of plane, is when you land and you're going just fast down the runway, just being afraid the brakes or something aren't going to work. Like it feels like you're never going to
I've
stop.
never heard someone being afraid of that.
Well, now you did.
That's irrational.
about the high
You're
noons, yeah,
rational.
Kareem actually had them from when we were in Chicago, and he whipped one out, and I said, "What am I not going
A
to have?"
what?
A high noon.
he was drinking high noons on
It was,
the, on
it
the
was a
PJ.
private jet. Am I not going to have a high noon if it's offered
Yeah,
to me?
no.
No, it just had one.
Just
I'm
one?
not going to be drunk at
Just had one.
noon.
I
You
can't be
should've- I
drunk in
thought
the
you
morning.
had
How,
like a nice 2 4-packs or something like that.
We had 4 with us. I opened the second one, but I didn't have too much of it.
How's Buddha Ben doing?
Buddha Ben is great. I mean, you know him. He's just a wonderful human. He
I
it
heard
was
he
actually
pitched some
fun.
business
We
to
went.
Dave.
He did. We went to dinner Tuesday night. Me, Kareem, Spider, and him went to Saddle Ranch, and he was complaining to
TikTok.
us. Yeah,
TikTok
TikTok
spot,
Haven.
yeah.
He was complaining to us about how Gary Vee he thinks is stealing his ideas, and then the next day he did it again, and they were on FaceTime for a half hour. I believe he pitched a few ideas to Dave. And I don't want to say too much because I feel like Buddha Ben is someone that would kick my ass if I said any of
he's
his
secretive,
ideas.
yeah.
He's super secretive. But I
Why
mean,
don't you
he's
just say
just
him?
the best.
Just say him.
No, you know him. You know him more than all of us. He's gonna kick my ass if I do that.
What?
He did give me a nice sweatshirt though, which I'm excited about. Great sweatshirt.
Nice.
And yeah, that was Buddha Ben. He
I
was
saw
just,
his NFTs sold at like 12,000% return on investment. One of his NFTs sold.
I don't know what
yesterday.
NFTs mean.
I don't know either, but I
He was
really
trying to
want to
explain.
figure
He was
it
trying
out.
to explain it to me. I think it's just like scans of his paintings.
But like, can I start selling NFTs?
Yes.
Of
I think
myself?
anybody can.
It's just like how an artwork has like the first piece, and you could have a print of the Mona Lisa, but the actual Mona Lisa
Right.
is worth. It's like the original. So
But
it's
is it
like
all-
you
If
have
If
rights to the
I just take a
original.
picture of myself sitting here, can I sell it as an NFT?
Yeah,
think
but you have
so,
to put it in
theoretically.
like blockchain or whatever. You'd have to probably use the good folks at Blockfolio might be able to help you out.
Yeah,
and,
they might be able to. They got me my Bitcoin.
It's extremely
so,
confusing. But overall, yeah, fun time.
And last
Did you get the
up,
sense that that Dave is in on Buddha Ben? Like, is Buddha Ben
I
going
mean,
to
you
come
know
back
Dave
and work
loves
here?
Buddha
Dave has
Ben.
always said.
So
he's-
is he gonna
he's
come
got
back
an
and
open
work
invite.
here?
Dave
It's on
said,
Buddha.
Dave has said that Buddha has an unlimited bag to come back.
Yeah.
What does that mean? What does that actually mean, though?
Buddha. I mean, I've took it as Buddha Ben wanted to go to LA and do his own thing. It wasn't like he was pushed out of Barstool. Dave said he'd have him back at any time.
Dave loves Buddha Ben. Loves Buddha Ben. We went to.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, he's great.
And then last up, we got sort of post-show blog from Chief. Are humans smarter now or 5,000 years ago?
That to me, what the fuck is he talking about? How could we possibly be smarter 5,000 years ago?
Well, because think about all the things that they had to figure out.
It's 5 ways. So we're talking 5,000 years ago, like 3000 BC.
Yep.
What?
Did they even find out shit then?
They didn't even know like math. They probably like thought the stars were like telling them
Yeah,
things.
I would have thought like maybe.
All right,
maybe
let's-
like 1500. I would say there's an argument with Isaac Newton or Galileo doing their shit.
But
What?
think about all the things that
3000
they had to
BC.
figure out.
But regular people weren't Newton and Galileo. First of
Yeah, you're
all, that's
picking
not
out,
like
the
those were
two
just, that's
smartest
like
people.
everybody.
But
who-
I get what Glenny's saying. Where like they had to figure out
Galileo
space
like
and
found
telescopes
space through a
and shit.
fucking wooden binocular.
Right, like
and people called him a witch for it. People were idiots. People were just flatly dumb.
Well, either
like
way-
common sense knowledge that we have now, people didn't have at
Either
all.
way,
They thought the
Mackenzie has a
world was
blog
flat.
pulled up for us right now, and it does say 5,000 years ago. 5,000 years ago, I feel like this isn't even an argument. That's
well, let's
Like
see
people
what-
didn't have like language.
Or-
They,
like,
they
not even
figured
fully
out the
developed
size
humans?
of the planet just by. Yeah, I think Chief's timeline might be off here.
The
They
timeline's
figured
way
out the size of the planet just by looking at the sky. How he should have said like 500 or something.
I also
Maybe
think that there's
1,000.
weird things that like there's certain cities that are all on like a certain line through the equator. There's probably weird stuff that we don't know that like people could understand mathematically, but as a whole, like people were fucking idiots.
Yeah, but they did also have like. I don't think I would. You know what I always think about? Like, what happened to people who had bad eyesight before glasses? Like, how did glasses? Like, if you had bad eyesight, did you just
You're
fuck?
fucked.
Like,
You
you
were,
just
like,
get to a
lame.
certain point, like, well, fucking, I can't see
I don't
anymore,
know
and that was
anything.
it.
How are colors made?
I don't know. You want to actually really get trippy? I don't like that I just said trippy.
You're not
That's
a
not a
trippy guy,
word.
but
That's
still,
not a word I
let's
would
do it. I
use.
wanna hear about it.
Is like, what if we all see in different colors? Like, there's no way to ever see through someone else's eyes. So, like, we all agree that Glenny's wearing a blue jersey right now, right? But, like, what if the color I'm seeing is actually different from the color you guys are seeing? And you
Then
just
how would we agree that it's blue?
because that's the color you. Whenever you see that color, that's the color you always see. But maybe the color you're seeing is my yellow or my orange, and whenever I see that color, I'm like, that's blue, and it's constant for all of us. But what we associate that color with is different. Does that make sense?
That's a very first time smoking weed conversation.
Can I say it? Yeah, I got a monster. It's, I've been dabbling in marijuana lately,
Let's go.
legally.
And that's what's coming of it.
Yeah.
When were the
No, this I thought of this.
when were the
long time
pyramids
ago.
built? Do we know that off the top of our head?
Yeah, but there's a good example.
When were they built?
I don't know. 2000. It's one of the great wonders of the world.
But they would also
2,000
like
years ago,
slaughter
I think.
people if there was an eclipse and like drink their blood. Like what?
Yeah, look, they weren't
we were
perfect. They
idiots.
weren't perfect, but I don't. But
Well, they're
they-
idiots.
But I
figuring
also,
out
I
to
also
build those
don't.
pyramids.
I also don't. Okay, that's about,
About
3,000.
almost exactly
I also
5,000
don't consider
years.
that dumb. I think that's stupid. What you just said. That I think
That's
is
more.
very
Yeah,
dumb.
they were just didn't know any better.
Like, for example,
Wait,
for
what?
example, I'm pretty sure that Christopher Columbus, when he came to America to like conquer
Yeah,
people,
they're like figuring out how boats work. Like imagine navigating across the ocean without having it set out for us.
for
we do
example,
now.
like for
Okay,
example,
we
like,
figured out how planes work. Planes is much more crazy than figuring
was
out how
still-
boats work.
Can I,
What?
can I say what I was going to say for the record? I want to defend those people that you just made fun of. So Christopher Columbus, when he came over to the Americas to conquer people, he would say that he's a god, and they have all their advanced technology. He's a god, and they knew about like solar eclipses and shit. I'm pretty sure. So he was like, "Hey, people, I'm a god. I'm gonna turn that fucking sun over
Sun
there
off.
dark. I'm gonna turn it off." And then it would happen, and they would bow to him and give them all their shit. Like
That's smart.
I know that's smart by Columbus theoretically, but I'm saying, Ron, do you blame those people for believing that?
Yeah,
Like,
but
when they don't
the
know about
argument
it?
is, are they
They're
smart
not
or
dumb.
stupid?
I mean, I'm going to say back then there was a greater scale. There were some really smart people who'd be smarter than anyone else, and there were some really dummies who believed that someone could block the sun.
I mean, that's theoretically an alien invasion. From their eyes.
There's the phrase like you stand on the shoulders of those who came before you. Like that's all just about like functional intelligence.
Well,
Like
it's
you
just
have more
evolution.
intelligence.
Yeah, I mean, if we're just arguing like we're evolving, then yeah, we're going to be smarter. But I think there's a lot of things people 5,000 years ago figured out that if you plopped us back then, I don't know if we're fucking figuring it out.
like you're not figuring it out because you're not
you think
figuring
you're
out
building
anything
those pyramids?
now. You personally?
I'm certainly not building
I
those
think the
pyramids.
top engineer now could have built the pyramids then.
But is he going back with the knowledge he's learned at like MIT?
Yeah, or
and
is he
shit?
No,
just
he's
being
just a
born
smart guy.
in 3000 BC?
He's a smart guy.
What about food and everything too?
Yeah, they knew what to eat and what not to eat.
And why did they know? Because idiots ate the wrong food and died.
I feel like you're calling these people idiots on no basis whatsoever.
That we're just smarter now. That we're coming up with better
We're
stuff now.
obviously smarter now.
Donnie
Well, then
seems
that's
like
the
he's
question.
chomping
That's
at
literally
bit
the
here.
question.
Do you have a take, Donnie? Get the mic if you do.
Use the mic. Use the mic. Use the mic.
Use the mic,
Use the mic.
use the mic.
Use the mic. You can't just shout it.
Oh.
I think
that's a
our
tweet.
brains are pretty much the same as the people way back in the day, but like 200,000 years of trial and error they had a lot of time to figure shit out. So I think in some ways we're dumber because now we don't have to know a lot of stuff. We can find like whatever we need to know online. But way back in the day, you had to know more like actual skills.
It's an interesting.
We don't really need to know a lot of skills.
Yeah, I don't know
At
how to
least
kill
at
a
this
buffalo.
company, I don't know.
But you know how to like fucking stitch together a TikTok video.
Yeah.
It's like different skills. It just
Different
like
strokes
as,
for
different
as
skills,
time
yeah.
arises, you just have like different. I like your argument of that the brain has stayed the same, but as time
Yeah.
evolves, you just have like different skills that you need to know, that you need to learn. Like your skills are all based out of function.
Yeah, yeah. And we don't need to know a lot of skills these days, which is, it's nice.
There's some skills though. It's like social skills are probably way more honed than they were. Like the way that we like operate as
Yeah.
a society from person to person.
Probably more people got friends now.
Yeah.
Back then they didn't. I don't think you had a solid friend
You had
group.
friends.
Yeah.
You read a fucking book.
You know what
Like
I
a
never
sucker.
got from back in the day? Law enforcement. Like, how did you catch
Bad guys.
bad guys with just no technology?
I don't think they did. I think
Detective
I-
Balls.
yeah,
It was
you
just
just
like
catch bad
sleuths.
guys.
It was
I
like
think
gumshoes.
I think murderers in like the 1600s were running wild.
Yeah. Like, I always think
There were
about
no
this.
fingerprints,
This
there
is
was no
recent
blood.
too, and it hadn't happened, obviously. How did we catch John Wilkes Booth?
I think they like
In-
followed
in
his
Yeah.
horse.
63.
He ran from a theater to a warehouse, right? Because the opposite
Yeah,
of Lee
the
Harvey
opposite, yeah.
Oswald. Yeah, yeah.
But how do you catch somebody without technology like that? It's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be a real dummy to get caught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could just like go from town to town killing people, like the old west.
Yeah, like there's not gonna be like a picture of your face on the news. Like just move like 4 towns over and nobody will know who the fuck you are.
That's why wanted posters were big.
Yeah, true.
They'd start slapping
But
up
they
faces
don't,
all
you
over.
know, wanted posters.
But like, how do
crossing
they even know
states.
how to draw the guy? Like, what is the chance that the guy who's good enough to draw someone that looks exactly like it is the one who saw the person?
You know what? As a fear of mine, this is an irrational fear. I'm afraid that one day I'm gonna have to explain what a criminal or something looks like to a sketch artist. I won't be able to do a good job.
Or you'll botch it and they'll just like look like Bunny.
It's so hard to describe. Like if I had to describe Rone right now, I don't know how the fuck I
That's
would
not
do
even
that.
a fear for me because I know I'd be bad at it. I'm not even hoping.
Yeah, I know I'd be bad at it, but like that's
Yeah, like,
crossed
I mean,
my
try to
mind,
describe
like,
Rone.
White.
I think you have a sharp nose.
Yeah, skinny,
The fuck?
Sharp nose.
sharper chin,
Sharp chin.
some facial hair, light facial hair.
Kind of look like a
light beard.
vampire.
You know who looks like a vampire? Wally Zerbiak.
Yes.
That dude is on my TV every day, and
Yeah.
he couldn't look more like a vampire.
Um,
Detestable guy. Just easy to hate. Zerbiak. No offense.
Yep, does look.
All
That
right.
guy does look like a vampire.
I think that's the rundown.
His
folks.
ears are like bat ears. Like he has pointy tops of his
Yeah,
ears.
no.
He
Let me
is-
tell you, I know we got to finish this rundown, but I could talk about old-timey scenarios with my guys for a long time.
I could too. We could just end it, but just keep going forever.
I would love to, dude. I've been watching videos on YouTube of how Manhattan started. It's interesting.
Yeah, think about that. Building roads,
Like
building
Manhattan
cities.
was just a forest at one point.
Yeah, Central
Fuck.
Park.
Yeah. What a waste of an island. It's like an island oasis, and we're just like stuck on concrete. Donnie?
Travel blows my mind the most. How like it used to be a 2-month boat trip to go from Europe to the U.S. So just having to communicate, like say if you were working for the King of Spain and you arrive and you're like, yo, I found this like Aztec Empire. Is it okay if I conquer it? And then you'd have to like send a note on a boat 2 months
That is very
back
Yeah.
to Spain and then like wait another like probably 6 months to get an answer.
That's why if you're a good king, you have to give your conqueror, your conquistador, some like autonomy. So you just
Carte
be like, you
blanche.
know what, go conquer whoever. If you see someone, conquer them.
I
Yeah.
also want to correct myself from earlier. I was like, oh, Columbus, these people, how did they know where to go? Columbus very famously did not know where to go. He ended up in the wrong
That's
place.
interesting.
so-
Not even that getting there. I'm saying let's say once Henry Hudson found New York, or did Peter Stuyvesant found New York? Who found New York? Either way.
Skytown,
Let's say Peter Stuyvesant
Peter
found
Cooper
New York.
Village, I don't know.
How did Peter Stuyvesant find New York, which he probably stumbled upon, go back to like Amsterdam, and then remember, exactly how to go back to New York?
Retracing your steps, like just leaving
In the
breadcrumbs
ocean,
along
yeah.
the ocean.
Like finding it's
Maps.
one thing because they probably
Yeah,
just stumble
no,
upon
getting
it.
back.
But getting back once you go
Well,
back,
I don't
that's
think
crazy.
you go.
Hudson thought the
Yeah.
Hudson River would like connect to the Pacific Ocean. He was like, I finally found like how to get through the continent and get to the other ocean.
That's one of my
That's
one
Glenny's
of my
movie
favorite fun
idea.
facts. Ron
Really?
knows that. One of my favorite fun facts is that Henry Hudson was abandoned by his crew. Never seen again.
Oh yeah.
Really? Why?
He went up the Hudson River, and he kept wanting to explore and explore and explore. And I think it's actually called Hudson Bay now, up in
Oh yeah,
Ontario.
so that was a second trip he did where he went north into like Canada.
In the
There's
cold parts
a
of
Hudson
Canada.
Bay up there.
And there's a huge bay. It's not called Hudson Bay. And his whole crew was like, "Hey, buddy, can we fucking go back now? It's freezing." And he was just like, "Fellas, no, we're advancing forward." They put him on one of those little paddle boats with him and his son and his few loyalists, and they just left him there.
So does
Never
anyone
seen
know
again.
what? Yeah, they don't know what became of
Never
him.
seen
He's
again.
still there.
Never
If
found him.
he's still alive.
That's
Up
it.
there.
You would never think that. That Henry Hudson
Yeah.
was abandoned by his crew. It's interesting.
I mean, we could go all day. We should end the rundown. But the last thing I thought of like 2 days ago, how the hell do like telephone, like how do phones work? Like how does your voice send to another person? Like like think about sound, right? Sound right now, it's just in the air and then it ends, right? How does like a phone catch that sound and deliver it to someone in fucking Florida?
We should start a podcast about this, Tommy.
We should. Or
Macro
Clubhouse.
dosing.
We should do clubhouses or
Yeah, but we need the answers for the clubhouse. We should do
need the
clubhouses
answers.
about this.
Okay.
It'd
How
be
do
fun
cell
if
phones work?
if we got the answers as we did it, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Are you sure you want to know, or you just want to
No,
wonder
these are
about
things
it?
I don't think I want.
You
Like
just want
there's
to
a lot
wonder
of
because
things
the
where
answer's
like,
right there. Radio waves.
I know we keep
yeah,
saying
but
it too.
radio waves mean that doesn't mean shit to me.
Yeah,
What does
I
that mean, radio waves?
Also, my main thing is how the fuck do we make bridges and tunnels? How does
yeah,
that
no,
happen?
that's another good one.
How do you make a fucking tunnel?
Look out for a new clubhouse or podcast.
If you know how to
maybe.
make a tunnel, please tweet at
I
me.
feel like also Marty probably does a lot of clubhouses
he
similar
does.
to these.
How do you make a tunnel?
I don't know.
I think you just start digging. Yeah, you dig underwater.
Are tunnels? Are they all the way at the bottom all the time?
No. Are they?
They have to be, right?
Maybe they are. Actually, no, they probably are.
Yeah.
But like, if you go in the Midtown Tunnel, there's no drop off where you're feeling you're going under the East
You
River.
don't feel it.
Yeah, it's like walking into
But it
the
can't,
ocean.
like, otherwise, unless there's like structures holding up the tunnel.
This is some like first week smoking weed type of shit. I like it though. I like how curious the paisans are getting.
Chime in, comment on our YouTube, subscribe, tweet at us.
Yeah, why the tunnels?
All right, that's the rundown.